The lake moved. That's what the boy said. Not shouted, not warned. He just whispered it, like someone remembering, not discovering. Jon didn't believe it at first, but then he looked down and saw the eye. Not a reflection, not a trick of light, a real eye beneath the ice, watching him. Jon dropped to one knee. He placed his hand on the surface, and the ice was warm. It pulsed. The boy stood beside him, calm, no fear, just understanding. "It remembers you," he said. Not a question, a fact. Jon stared at him. "What is it?" The boy didn't answer. He just turned and started drawing in the snow again. This time, it wasn't a dragon. It was a horn. Far away under a withered weirwood tree, Bran Stark opened his eyes. His breath came sharp. His fingers trembled. Mira asked, "What did you see?" Bran blinked, like waking from a storm. "The second fire, it moved," he said. Back at the lake, the ice began to glow from beneath, red like blood lit from below. The pulsing wasn't random, it was calling out. Ghost growled low, uncertain. Jon stepped back. The boy stood still, calmly. "It's not just her. There's more down there." And far, far from the snow, Daenerys walked alone through a narrow canyon of black rock. The lava beside her hissed and cracked, but she didn't look down. Her fire had changed lately. It flickered in strange ways. It whispered, and tonight it pulled her toward a place she'd never dared enter. She stepped through a carved stone arch. The air shifted. Inside the chamber, lit by nothing but her firelight, a single crown sat on a jagged pedestal, black, sharp, bone-shaped. It glowed faintly, like something half asleep. She touched it, and in that moment, she saw the boy. She saw Jon. She saw the lake. Elsewhere, at Eastwatch, Arya wiped frost from a carved stone wall. Burn marks, deep, patterned, hidden. Tyrion studied them. "This wasn't dragonfire. It's older," he said. Arya pointed at a curve in the stone. Tyrion nodded slowly. "I've seen that shape, once, in a sealed scroll from Old Town." "What is it?" she asked. He hesitated. "The Horn of Calling." Arya asked, "Does it summon dragons?" Tyrion replied, "No, worse. It wakes them." Back at the lake, the glow faded. The eye vanished, but the feeling stayed. Something had been touched, something ancient. Jon stood still, silent. "What was that?" he whispered. The boy finally looked at him. A heart, not hers, but close. Bran sat beside the fire again. He stared at the flames, not for warmth, but for memory. He saw two boys, two paths, one born in frost, one wrapped in flame. He saw the old gods whispering, not with words, but images. The twins, the horn, the one fire that could split itself. In the desert, Daenerys stood on a ridge. Drogon landed behind her, soft, heavy, watching. She held the black crown in her hands. It burned her skin, but she didn't let go. "Something is waking," she said aloud. Back in the north, the boy walked away from the lake. Jon followed, but slower now. He didn't understand everything, but he understood this. The world wasn't done with him, and neither was she. That night, as they camped beside another dead tree, the boy spoke again. It wasn't just one egg, there were three. One was hers, one is his. Jon stared. Who? The boy didn't answer. Far away, in firelight, Daenerys stared into a mirror made of obsidian. The crown sat beside her. Her eyes glowed faintly. She whispered, "I saw him, and the child. He's not just a memory." Back at the wall, Tyrion walked to the edge of the collapsed gate. He turned to Arya. "If someone finds that horn and blows it, then the dead won't be our worst problem anymore." Somewhere beneath the ice, a shape shifted. Not fast, not angry, just ready. Jon glanced at the boy, but the boy was already staring ahead. His voice cut through the cold. "She's waiting." Jon's brow furrowed. "Where?" The boy didn't stop walking. "Not where. When?"